Oh, praise the Lord for the last reading. What a great chapter, Hebrews chapter 9. The hope of our security and salvation through Jesus Christ. Such great comparisons between the blood sacrifices of the Old Testament and Jesus, the great sacrifice. This part here. For if the blood of bulls and goats and the ashes of an heifer sprinkling the unclean sanctifieth to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God? Purge your conscience from dead works, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us. It says, For by grace are ye saved, through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. Isn't it great? You know, if God allowed this to be good enough, it was good enough because it represented the blood of Christ. That's why it was good enough. But if, blood of bulls and goats were good enough in the Old Testament, through faith to recognize that Christ was going to come and he was going to be the ultimate sacrifice, well then Christ's blood by all means covers all. The one who had nothing to do with death, but yet took upon himself the form of a servant and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross, where he suffered for every sin of mankind, from whoever lived and whoever will live, an eternity of punishment for every one of those souls. Not just, he died for my lie. No, but for the eternal judgment of my soul because of that lie. Because of the one error even that, somebody even was able to live and only commit one sin. And certainly they would at least commit one sin, but, that's not the case, of course. Only Jesus was sinless, and there's no one who's only committed one sin. Is even a thought of evil, his sin before God. But Jesus died for the eternal suffering of each soul. Wrap your mind around that one. Actually, don't bother with your mind. Your mind will deceive you. Pray to God and thank him for that fact. He died for the sins of all. But this is such a great chapter. Without the shedding of blood is no remission, no payback. If Jesus wouldn't have shed his blood, there would have been nothing to buy back our guilt, pay back the penalty. But praise the Lord, he did suffer. It's appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. So Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many. To them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation. He died once for all. Once for all. I think of the great song written by P.P. Bliss. Once for all, O sinner, receive it. Once for all, O brother, believe it. Cling to the cross, the burden will fall. Christ hath redeemed us. There's that word again. Oh, redeemed. Okay, I'm sorry, remission. Still, I'm sure the word redeems in this chapter. Christ hath redeemed us once for all. Praise the Lord. Part 116 of the Chronological Bible next.